Do you have a project you need help with? Well, look no further. We provide as well as a team of dedicated individuals to help you bring those ideas to life. So don't wait. BIAmedia.ca for more information on how to contact us and start creating today. BIA Media.
All right, everyone. If you can hear me, we are trying to get our technical situation in the video or audio, but this is what happened when you start talking about the Haitian. Technical issues start to arise, and we'll get it together. So this is that we are holding this year that will run from December, 3 weeks in December and 3 weeks in January, with a couple of weeks break in between for. But this seminar is going to celebrate the 220th Haitian Independence, which will be celebrated January 1st, 2024. Looking at the Haitian Revolution as an all-African revolution. Haitian Independence, study Haitian Independence. And when we say Haitian Independence, not just up to the point of January 1st is achieved, but even after that and going into the present. We're going to talk about, we're going to assess what Haitian independence means to the African world, how it was achieved, and how it's been maintained. Look at the negative. We're going to practice Sankofa, which is looking at the past to see how we can move forward. And revolution, because that's exactly what it is. The Haitian Revolution, when it occurred, 2/3 of the independence were born on the continent of Africa. So this is really an all-African struggle. From the Haitian Revolution can be applied to African communities and nations all over the world. So we honor it, that we celebrate it, and more importantly, that we critically assess. Again, it might be a little bit of a lag, but we'll continue. So, the first 3 sessions of our course, the year, we'll go from 1503 up to 1804. 23 up to 1791 is where we will stop. 91 to 1804, and then the week after we'll go from 1804 to around 18. You can. We'll go from 1804 to 1891, maintaining independence. So these are the first 3 sessions that we'll get into. So today, while we're studying, what we're going to study in this seminar, we're going to discuss how Africans in Haiti, and then we'll get into what were the social dynamics and international movements that contributed to the 1791 and 1794. We're going to stop at 1794 today. This long initial phase of the Haitian Revolution from 1791 to 1804. And for the first happens, and it culminates in 1794 with the abolition of slavery in all the French colonies. One of the first major achievements of the Haitian Revolution. So before we get to independence in 1804, 10 years struggle, Africans are able to get the French to abolish slavery throughout in Guadeloupe and Martinique. Now this gets reversed, but we'll get into that next week. So the classic text on the Haitian Revolution that I always recommend depth and learn about the Haitian Revolution is The Black Jacobins Jacobins by C.L.R. James. Written in 1938. This book is a classic, and this seminar is an extension of what C.R.R. James wanted to do with this book. C.R.R. James was the Trinity. He writes this book in 1938. He is traveling London at this point. He's engaged in all these revolutionary circles with radical African West Indian students in London, as well as Africans in Paris and the emerging, and he's engaging with Garveyites. So it's a lot of movement in the African world. And this is right between the major world wars, or the two big European tribal wars of the 20th. This was a period of heightened colonial exploitation in Africa and in the Caribbean. So he's writing at this time the archives brilliantly in Paris to find all the letters that were sent in the Haitian Revolution, to find all the policies, all the biographies, all the war related to the Haitian Revolution, and he creates this masterful text that's not just a history book. He didn't general history of the Haitian Revolution and Toussaint L'Ouverture for folks to just read and put down and feel good. He for contemporary African revolutionaries, particularly in Africa. In 1938, he's seeing the burgeoning anti-colonial movement emerge in Africa, and the independence achieve independence throughout most of Africa in the 1960s. So he's writing this book. 38. He writes it between 1934 and 1937. He's writing this book, and this book about the Haitian Revolution, so you, as burgeoning African leaders, can understand law for revolution, what you're going to need, and number two, how to make sure that that many of the Haitian leaders fell into during the revolution and right after independence. Masses of people, how do you do this? This is what this book is about. He analyzed the motivations of many of the key players over the next few weeks. So this is a classic text, and I encourage everyone to read it. A more recent called Maroon Nation by John Henry Gonzalez deals more so with the of the Haitian Revolution. While this book focuses on much of the activity of the Haitian focuses on the masses of African people during the revolution and immediately after, by John Henry Gonzalez. I think he's based out of, I think he's at Cambridge now. Much about over the next couple of weeks, you will be able to find the sources on our manual. If you wouldn't mind, could you pull up the course website so folks can get an idea of what it looks like? If you've never taken one of our classes here that we've put on, we always have a course website with completely free materials, books, videos that will show you that we're giving to you. Because I never like to talk to people without giving them at least a bibliography or works cited page. But we give you the names of the sources. We actually give you a lot of the sources for free that you about these things. So here's what it looks like. Daniel, if you wouldn't mind, click the enroll for free. What it looks like. So you would come here, you create a new account, and it's all free. You sign up, and then you'll be able to see the documents, the books, the videos, all the so be able to have all of this information. And in fact, a digital version of the Black course website. So you go to the course website, you'll be able to read this book in its entirety there. Thank you, Daniel. All right, so these are just two books down. Let's get ourselves geographically situated. So we're talking about Haiti. At the time, it was called Saint-Domingue of Hispaniola. Africans, this is the first place that really, when Columbus comes to the New World, he makes the island of Hispaniola his base of operation, conquering the rest of the Caribbean. It's in the island of Hispaniola that Columbus first enslaves the indigenous population. that Africans first arrived in the Americas in this contemporary moment, because we strong historical evidence that Africans had come to the Americas prior to the time of Columbus, but we're talking about the time we're on Columbus's voyages. And after the Spanish set up shop in the Americas, more African to supplement, at first to supplement the workforce, later to replace the indigenous population whose numbers after Columbus's arrival due to hyper-exploitation, the introduction of European diseases, so on. As the years progressed, this is the history of the African slave trade, or the European-initiated slave trade of African. This would begin, like I said, in the 1500s is really what we're talking about. And that we always have to remember when we talk about slavery, resistance happens immediately. Never took slavery lying down. They resisted in Africa, they embarked in the Americas, they continued to resist. And some of the earliest resistance happens of European establishment in the Caribbean. As early as 1503, so not even a day in the Caribbean, we have the first reports of Africans collaborating with indigenous people, Spanish-controlled mines in the island of Hispaniola, 1503. Africans, particularly in the Gambia region. So these are Wolof Africans, Africans coming from. They get to the island of Hispaniola and they immediately begin to revolt. One of the most famous revolts on the plantation of Diego Colon, Columbus's son, where Africans and indigenous people burned down. They burned down the plantation and then they escaped to the mountains and they create a quilombo, or a maroon who can live free away from Spanish exploitation. So very important. A lot of these maroon communities, as the Spanish would establish themselves in Hispaniola, exist in the mountainous area that now separates Haiti from the Dominican Republic. And we'll talk over the next couple of weeks because it plays a key role in Haitian independence. But at this point, the island, from the early 1500s up until 1695. So we'll talk about. But while this is happening, the western side of the island isn't really that developed in those years. 1695. The western side of the island is full of European pirates who make use of it